Hey, CFF. We wanted to take just a few minutes and talk with you about our life groups. We've had some questions come in over the last few weeks, and so we just wanted to answer them, take some time, and so that's what we're going to do. The first one is a great one. What is the purpose of life groups?
It is a great question. So life groups are a little different than things that we've done in the past. The purpose of life groups is to really help our church connect with one another and give each other an opportunity to grow as believers. We want our church to be all about making disciples. And we believe that if a believer is just coming to worship every now and then, or maybe they're just serving occasionally, that they run the risk of becoming stagnant in their walk with the Lord. So life groups is going to help us by connecting each other as believers in fellowship and allowing us to grow deeper in our knowledge of Christ. And so Justin was a part of the team that helped us assemble life groups and put them together. So Justin, help us understand, will there be topic or interest-based groups?
You know, in the past, we've had a wide variety of different kinds of groups. We've had topic-based and common interest-based groups. But we felt like the elders and the leaders who were helping put our groups together felt like there were some things that we can improve on and some areas of growth. And so life groups are going to be focused on either being reflective, meaning that they're going to take the prior week's sermon and with discussion and application, where they're going to be focused on Bible-based studies.
All right, so what if you need to change groups?
Sure, if you need to change groups, we totally understand. Our hope is that you would sort of work through and do all that you can to stay with the people that you've committed to be with, but we understand that life change happens, and so if something comes up, if a schedule changes or whatever, then just let your group leader know and we'll help you get connected to a different group. Another question that we had come in was, what will happen to all of the existing groups or Bible studies?
Right. So our desire is that every single member of Cypress Family Fellowship participate in a life group. All of our other existing groups will remain unchanged. So if you are participating in a Sunday morning class or some other Bible study, we want to encourage you to also be part of a life group. If you have questions about this, or you have questions about your existing group, find either Justin or I after church, and we will do our best to answer those questions. In the meanwhile, Justin, talk to us real quick. How are each of the life groups going to be different from each other?
Let me answer that by saying what they have in common first. So all life groups are going to be open to anyone. They're ongoing. They're going to meet throughout the week. They're going to be focused on reflecting on the prior week's sermon or doing an intentional Bible study. So those are all things that all life groups will do. And then after that, or beyond that, each group leader or host will set the time, the dates for meetings, and how childcare will work. Life groups are really important to us, and we want to be sure that we are following our vision with this. And so talk a little bit about, how do life groups help us accomplish our vision as a church?
Yeah, so there are three main aspects of our vision. The first is Christ-centered worship. And the elders believe that Christ-centered worship is the fuel that makes our church grow. It helps us to grow in our knowledge and understanding of Scripture and how to apply it. And it literally should be affecting every part and aspect of our life. The second is selfless hospitality. Selfless hospitality is where we grow in our love and service to each other, in our families, in our homes, and in our community. And then the third aspect is the result of our vision, which is gospel-driven multiplication. And this is what happens when disciples begin to actively make other disciples. And we feel that the best way to accomplish this is through life groups. And so when you're participating in a life group, you're going to be studying Scripture and learning how to apply it. You're going to be participating in maybe other people's homes and learning how to host and be a part of other people's lives. And we hope that all of this results in you having a desire to go out and make other disciples. So we want to encourage you today to make sure and stop by one of the life group tables out in the foyer, find one of the hosts or one of the leaders at those tables, ask us some questions, find out what you need to find out in order to be comfortable with joining a life group, and then we look forward to you participating in those life groups and seeing the change that happens in our church and in our lives as we do so.
Yeah. Thanks for taking the time to watch this video. We love you guys. We'll see you soon.